Welcome to the Real News Network. I'm Jessica Dever in Baltimore, and welcome to this edition of The Black Report. Now joining us is Bill Black. He's an associate professor of law and economics at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. He's also a white-collar criminologist and a former financial regulator. He's also a regular contributor to The Real News. Thanks for joining us, Bill.
Thank you.
So, Bill, you recently wrote an article detailing the severe economic crisis gripping Spain's economy. Can you just explain to us how budget cuts and labor market changes are damaging Spain's economy?
Sure. Spain had, as a percentage of GDP, the second largest real estate bubble in the world after Ireland. And the response when all of this went down, of course, was to cause a very serious recession. Instead of using economic policies that we know will get you out of recessions much more quickly, what in the U.S. context we call stimulus, the European Union and the European Central Bank and the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, the so-called Troika, insisted that Spain impose austerity cutting down on spending. And they didn't just do that. They also said you need to get rid of your labor laws that protect workers because we want to cause workers' wages to fall sharply in Spain. But of course, a recession occurs when demand is inadequate, and if you cut workers' wages, they have less income, and so their demand for goods and services goes down. So this is every bit as intelligent as a doctor attaching leeches to your body to bleed you to make you better. And then when that doesn't work, put more leeches.
So, Bill, you have officials from the European Central Bank and the IMF claiming that the goal of austerity is really to balance the federal budget, these budgets of these companies. But you also are saying, obviously, demand with lower wages is going to wane as well. So what is really the hidden goal with these austerity programs?
Well, it's not so hidden. They want to reduce wages substantially, which will increase corporate profits. And they want to lock the nations of the periphery in a competition so that Spain has to reduce its wages so that it can outcompete Portugal, and Portugal has to do it so it can outcompete the Italians, and they have to do it to outcompete the Greeks. And of course, the progression of all of this is that we call it the road to Bangladesh. You know, you're going to drive wages down to the extent you can globally in order to make corporate profits rise, but also because it will have the effect of crushing labor unions.
All right, Bill Black, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on the Real News Network.